Andy Milan is a friend of mine and a freelance graphic designer in central Pennsylvania. He graduated from the Art Institute of Pittsburgh, where he received a full-ride scholarship because of his illustration talent. I contacted him via email for this assignment. I guess by default visual art happens. I don't see it as a role, but as a functioning part of life. We are visual people, and we've been given eyes and a creative mind to interpret what we see. Maybe the art part of visual arts is more about our interpretation of what we see than the art that was created in the first place. Then that leads me to determine that my role is to create in such a way as to lead the viewer. This is a fine line because it can end up as me, the artist, manipulating the audience so that they buy a certain product or vote a certain way. That's a part of work that I don't enjoy, but I'm blessed in the sense that I'm my own boss and I don't have to work for a client or product that I don't believe in. Others don't have that luxury. In my world, it's created what I refer to as a FedEx society. The client has gotten so used to getting what they want instantly, or at least overnighted, that they aren't always willing to wait for something, which results in a negative. Late nights, time away from family, and so on, but it has refined my skills so I'm equipped to turn around a project more quickly. That said, I'm willing to do it for established clients, but it's a rare thing for me to take a new client and rush a project. It often ends poorly, the project is just okay, maybe the concept didn't have time to really be thought through, and my work might appear less than the best, leaving a new client with a mediocre impression of my work instead of something amazing. Sometimes I think that there is nothing new under the sun. It seems every year there's a new version of That Christmas Story by Dickens on the Hallmark Channel with a new twist and a new Ghost of Christmas Past, but the same story. I, continually recycle ideas. I see something that leads to something else and ends in that first thing repackaged or rebranded. The comic book industry is constantly trying to reinvent their storylines and characters. Another Spider-Man movie was just released, The Amazing Spider-Man 2012, whereas Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire was in 2002 and had two sequels in 2004 and 2007. DC Comics did what I think was referred to as the New 52, where everything you knew of the character was erased and started over with a blank slate, their origin, enemies, and so on. Anyway, I'd say most things cycle through. It may take 10 years, but it tends to come back around. The visual artist is creating the entire industry, from soap to our president. I alluded to this in my first response. Sure, there are designs that flop, they don't sell, products and businesses fail all the time. But the items that rise to the top and land on the cover of Vogue or GQ are because they've been marketed. A story has been created around them, and right or wrong, the individual has bought into that product because of it. In my opinion, the recent presidential race was close for a variety of reasons, but in 2008, between Obama and McCain, the Democratic Party marketed and popularized Barack Obama beautifully. The Republican Party lost the race because of the marketing efforts the Democrats placed on Obama and Hope. Maxfield Parrish, old school true illustrator, beautiful figures. Ward Hooper, he's got great design. A great illustrator that is great at design, that combination in an artist is key. I also follow Jeff Finlay of Go Media in Cleveland. As a studio, they are doing a lot of things right. Early in life, the famous old school stuff drove me, like Maxfield. I loved detail and would spend hours on pieces, such as the image of Sean Connery you saw in the beginning. Nowadays, projects need to turn around quicker, so I adjust and have developed my own clean style which I can enjoy creating but do quicker, such as my self-portrait. You can see a distinct contrast between the two.